Okay, Robert, I'm gonna do this real quick. My son's not doing too well right now. He's sick, having a tough time going to bed, so I'm just gonna show you a couple holes. What I do as far as the putting.
And I am
If you have any
pretty
more
sure
questions,
he's
let me
going to
know.
like
I know
that.
there's a lot of
Okay, and about
good people out there that
145 yards left.
can help with tips and stuff. Nobody's with me. Okay,
And
so
nothing wrong with that shot. 21 feet to the cup
first
from
thing I
here.
obviously do is look at the speed up in the top right corner, 172. So they're pretty quick greens. 21 feet, inch up. First thing I usually do is put the flag in the pole. It's just a reference for me. And then you hit the triangle button, go into worm cam, bring it down, and start behind the ball. So what you're doing, you can't really see this green line, so I'm just kind of reading it on my own. But you go to the first corner that hits the bottom of your screen, so you can see the left side of that line going across, hitting my screen, and there's a tiny gap on the right-hand side. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at that gap to see how high it is. There's some people that take it and uh, they do like a certain amount of clicks for the height. I don't get that much into it. I just kind of read that. So it's a smaller gap. It's not going to break that hard on that one. This next one, same thing. Next one, it gets a little more steep, so it's going to start breaking harder. And basically, you're going to read each one of these lines. I usually count them too. There's like 6. So I make sure I reset my. If you ever see anybody do that, they're just resetting their marker. But I'm gonna guess my putting is not on at all tonight. But I'm gonna guess it's gonna be right here. Now, if this was a downhill putt, I'd put it out to probably about here, because they're gonna break more. But this uphill, put it right about there, and I'm just gonna give it a whack, see what happens. And I missed on the short side.
Oh, and just
So
doesn't
that's
want
kind
to
of what I
drop.
do. Like I said, my putting is
And for the
terrible right
par,
now. I just played a couple rounds, and I couldn't. I mean, I made a few putts, but I was missing
and
some that
starting
I should
today's
have.
round off at even par. And now let's see what this second
That's
hole has in store.
basically the gist of it. Like I said, it's all gonna be a matter as to whether you are putting
I'm pretty
uphill or
sure it's going
downhill as
to
to how
land in
much
the fairway here
brake you put on it. But those beads, I mean,
from
as you can
115
see,
yards out.
those slopes weren't that heavy, but the beads, some of those beads were pretty fast, so it might cause you to misread it a little bit. And in the last game, there used to be what were called phantom breaks, where the it would show a flat line across, but it'd actually be breaking right or left. But from what I
Well, this is
understand,
definitely heading
there really
towards the
aren't any
green.
phantom breaks
Okay, he is on. From here, it's about 11 feet
in this
to the
game.
cup.
I haven't come across any. But so the reason I read this one behind me, it's especially if the ball's closer to it, that's a pretty heavy break. One in front of it's not nearly as heavy. So I'm going to read this one as just a little bit higher than what it actually is, because it's going from a heavier break down to a lesser break. Now, if it's like really close to this line, I won't read the one behind it, but a lot of times I will. One other thing, when you're reading the green line, so this one's not going to break much, your marker, you want to make sure that it's on the pin. So if it's right here, you'll notice there's a gap there, but if it's off, it appears that there's either no gap or that there's like a gap on the other side. So you want to make sure that marker's on the pin. So when I'm actually scrolling forward, I'm pushing forward and a little bit to the left because it seems to make my marker go straight. So that one's actually going to break back the other way, right to left. This one's slightly left to right, and this one's a little bit bigger. So going to go left to right for the most part. At the end, it'll kick back a little bit. It's downhill, so it's going to be more exaggerated. Put it right about here. See what happens. That might actually. Oh, that was perfect.
And that one will go for birdie.
And with that speed, it was going
And
so
our
fast
leader's
that
sitting on the top of
one
the
coming
heap
back
here with a score of
at
7
the
under
end
so
didn't
far.
affect it at all.
And now let us see what the third hole has in store.
I'll do one more hole here. I'm gonna call it a night.
Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. And from 175 yards out.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna play the 180.
Going with the 6 iron. This one's looking pretty good.
That's too long. I need a nap.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was a poor approach. Too much club.
And I don't trust my chipping most of the time, so I usually putt these. Believe it or not. Okay, so we are going. Not nearly severe, and then it starts kicking back. These are fun. The double breakers make it really tough. That's more right to left, so I'm going to put it out to about here. It's going to be 8 yards, foot uphill. Read it back at the 24 feet, 6 inches up. I didn't hit it hard enough. It coming
And
out of the
about
fairway.
4 feet from the cup.
But anyways, that's how I read the greens. That's how I learned TGC2. Mostly you did it because the beads weren't accurate. They're a lot more accurate in this one, but I don't find them 100% accurate. So, up to you however you want to do it. Anyways,
And that one will drop.
good luck to you. If you have any questions, let me know.